Okay guys, quick video on how to change your cabin filter in your, this is a 2022 Sprinter, the 907 model with the, I have a gas motor, the 2-liter gas motor. But I don't know if it matters, but again, it's a newer Sprinter. I think this 19 and newer design. So real quickly, get this done. You're at the floor mat in front of the passenger's feet. And you guys probably already know this, but I leave mine in the undone position anyway. When these are horizontal, this thing will unplug from the toolkit below it. So that's pretty easy. Get that out of the way. Then that was plugged into the toolkit, just so you know how those things work. You can see they're parallel to the hole that they plugged into, that hole, the toolkit hole. All right, the toolkit, famous Mercedes or whatever Sprinter over in engineering, they got this toolbox in here. It's underneath this carpet, as you know, this carpet or this mat. So you got to pull that out, but it's only slipped up into some screw grooves or channels up in there, if you can see those. So those just slide into these notches here. But the clips on this thing are so stupid that I broke mine off, and I'm happy because I don't ever need them. But just so you know how the clips work, last time I took it out, it worked, but this time I just broke it, even though I knew how to do it. I'm tired of it. Classic Mercedes has to do everything backwards, or like nobody else. So you understand how these clips work. You're sticking your finger down in this hole here, and this is the clip you're pushing on, and you're pushing this tab downward. If you can see that, let me get a screwdriver. You're pushing this tab in the direction I'm pointing. Where am I here? Can't even see. Okay. There you go. See the screwdriver? You're pushing that tab downward. Or I'm not touching it, am I? There it is. Downward. That flexes downward to release the tooth. So you're sticking your finger down that hole and pushing towards the bottom of the van to get it off of that catch lip that's down in this hole. Now, and then it just kind of, if you can get this mat out of the way simultaneously, you can kind of slide it downwards, obviously, out of these upper grooves, and you'll get that out of the way. I broke the bottoms of my tabs off, and I'm happy about it because this thing's a piece of junk in terms of how it's designed. And so you got that out of the way. That just gives you clearance to drop this air filter box down. So you got 4 tabs, one right up front, obvious, push it away from you, unlock that one. There's one counter opposing, you can just kind of pinch them simultaneously. There's one where my back finger is. So that drops down slightly there. Then there's one further to the left up against the wall towards the center console area here, and then an opposing one behind that all the way back up against the firewall. If you can see, I've got extra insulation in here. But yeah, those are the 4 tabs. So that little cover then just drops down, and you can see this more clearly here. It's got a tube attached to it. I guess that's a drain hole for the filter, so you don't have to take that off, but you can see the 4 tabs now. 1, 2 here, and 1 far there, 1 close here. So once you've done that, your filter's up in here. Let's keep an eye on the orientation. Hopefully they put it in correctly from the factory or whatever. Oh good, we got some bugs in there and everything. Mine hasn't been changed in, unfortunately we're dropping all this stuff into the fuse box. Probably should put a rag on the fuse box. I should have done that. But let's see if I can get it out without making too big a mess. Yes, okay. Okay, we got her out without making too big a mess. Oh yeah, we got a cockroach in there, all right. That's Florida, some bees. Okay, so it was in there. Does it okay, direction of the airflow. The arrow on this one is pointing away, if you can see that. So I pulled it out so the arrow is pointing towards the center of the vehicle, if that helps you guys. And this is a Mercedes one. Okay, so the one I got is not Mercedes, but it seems actually a little more substantial. I'll put a link down below to this filter. It's hard for me to do this stuff one-handed because I don't have a good camera setup, but I'll open this up. It's got wings on it, which I liked because that helps trap more stuff. Airflow. See that? Airflow towards the center of the vehicle. Sometimes I confirm the airflow and I'll turn the vehicle on. I probably will do that after the fact, but don't stick your fingers into the fan blades. But you can sometimes confirm the airflow by simply turning on the blower while this thing's apart, and you'll feel the airflow. Why does this filter feel enormous compared to that one? Let's see here. No, it's the same. Okay, it's not enormous. It's just a little stiffer, which might make things more difficult. So let's get up in there. They couldn't make this any more difficult, could they? So I'm probably not gonna, let me see if I can set this camera up to show you what I'm doing here. I don't know if that's gonna work or not. Let's see here. I'm gonna cantilever this in. Airflow's in that direction. I think I might have to pull this carpet back to get a better angle on her. That is not easy to get into. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, we are just barely wedging her in there. Hopefully you guys can see this. So you're kind of guiding it just a little bit at a time. Airflow's in the correct direction. Okay, she's popped in. All right, so hopefully you guys saw that. If you didn't, I'll film up a little more here. So you can barely just scooch her in, clearing these things, dodging them. Filter flexes a little bit, and I got her shoved up in there. Airflow arrow was in the correct direction, or at least the way it was, and I would double check that if you think anybody's been messing with it. Mine looks original, and I bought the truck with 4,200 miles on it, so I doubt anybody was screwing with it. So I'll go with it for now, and I'll confirm later. All right, I'm gonna put the cover back on. Let's see here if you guys can still see the filming when I do this. Okay, hopefully that works. Where did that silly little cover go? Oh, there it is, right. Duh. It's right there. Okay, so we will guide back corner in first. I got that extra insulation in the way, the Thinsulate that I insulated the whole van with. And we will not force her. I don't want to pinch that insulation in there. I think that's it. That feels pretty good. So let me just pull down that insulation temporarily. Yes, I believe that is good. Yeah, I can feel, okay, I can feel the click, the tabs in there, tabs in here, tabs in there. We're good to go. And I will stick my insulation back up in there. This is just sound deadening additional. Keep the road noise out, hopefully. Okay, that's good there. And then you can reverse everything. So the toolkit, I'm going to be sliding up into those channels, which I got insulation in the way a little bit. Actually, there's the tab, if you guys can see that. So I'll slide up into those. And I gotta clear this carpet, or this mat, which is not easy. She's a bit of a wrestling match. Clear one side first, and then I'll clear the other. Okay, there we go. We got her. I don't need no lock-in tabs. It's never going anywhere underneath the mat. And then we will stick our, got our nice little tabs we can just throw over our shoulder, pick them up later. And this thing, I don't even bother locking in either. I just set her there. Gives you quick access when you got to get in there. Okay, I think that's it, guys. Hope that helps you guys. Filter's in. Talk to you guys later. Appreciate any likes and subscribes. The link to the filter will be down below. Take care.